What's up, Facebook world? It's your girl, Mindy C, coming at you on a Tuesday night. Hope everyone's having an awesome Tuesday so far. My name is Mindy C. I am from Michigan, and tonight I am going to make some pizza. But we're going to make pizza dough. So the pizza can be used in variation depending on what you like on top of your pizza. So I'm having some sausage, some bacon, and some bell peppers on top of my pizza tonight. But we're going to make a dough tonight. So if you are live with me, drop me a 1. You'll see the live red button up there. And if you're on the replay, drop me a 2. Hi, hello. How are you doing? So I'm going to make pizza crust tonight. So the great thing about this pizza crust is that you can actually make this and you can actually freeze it. So you can make it ahead of time and you can freeze it for later on. So super duper easy. I've got wet ingredients and I've got dry ingredients. Hey Eric, how are you doing? Hey Robin, hey Kathy, nice to see you on here. Pizza is what's for dinner tonight, but we're gonna make some pizza. So pretty easy. I've got some mozzarella cheese, I've got some cream cheese, I've got some instant yeast. And I made that earlier because it has to sit for 5 to 10 minutes. So a couple tablespoons of water and instant dry yeast. I've got 1 egg, lightly beaten, mozzarella cheese, and cream cheese. So in the first bowl, we're going to have to put the mozzarella cheese. It's going into the bowl. It's going into the microwave to melt for about 60 seconds. Hey Lisa, how are you doing? Hey Kelsey, nice to see you. Making some pizza dough tonight. So first step is you'll preheat your oven to 425 degrees when you're going to be making this, because you have to pre-bake this pizza dough first for 8 minutes so it firms up. I couldn't think of the word, firms up. So first what's going in the bowl is the mozzarella cheese and 1 ounce of cream cheese. And we are going to stick this in the microwave for 60 seconds. Hold on, I'm coming back. So, see if it gets all melty. We're going to stir it up. If it needs a little more time, then you want to do it in about 15 to 20 second intervals if it doesn't melt it all the way. So that is for the wet ingredients. So while that's cooking, for the dry ingredients, we're going to put it in a separate bowl. I've got 1 cup of almond flour. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I've got 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk powder. So that is going. So those 3 dry ingredients, and then we're just going to whisk those up till they're combined. I'm also going to add in some oregano. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of dried oregano, and I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic salt, but not much, because you got to be careful with the salty stuff. So, almost done. So, dry ingredients, 1 cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of psyllium, let me see this thing, psyllium husk. So, it's a soluble fiber, and you're only using 1 teaspoon of it. So, and then I added the oregano, and I added some garlic salt. So, that's the dry ingredients. So, we'll leave those. I'm going to get the cheese mixture next. All right, let's see if it's all melty. So cheese looks pretty melty. Now you just want to combine those 2 cheeses together. Ow! Dang it! Wow! I got my finger. All right, I'm back. So you just want to combine these cheeses really, really well. So again, the dry ingredients are going to be combined in your 1 bowl, and then your cheese mixture is going into the next bowl. Just stir that up real good, like that, and then we're going to pour the active dry. Let me get the bag for you so you see what the bag looks like. So there's instant dry yeast, like that, comes in a little bag just like that. You need 1 teaspoon and a couple tablespoons of warm water to activate it, and that's going in. So that needs to sit about 10 minutes. So you got to give yourself a little bit of time for the yeast. So I did that before I came on camera. And that's going right into the cheese mixture. And we're going to stir this up, and then we're going to put the egg in next. So super duper easy. So a couple cheeses, some dry instant yeast activated, and an egg. So, and then you've got the 3 ingredients for the the dry ingredients. Almond flour, baking powder. Hey Marie, how are you doing? Hey Leah, how are you doing? Where did I found this at the psyllium husk. I found it at one of my health food stores. So it's a soluble fiber. So you want to look into either on Amazon for it, or if you have a local health food store that has all that, you know what, those health food stores, all the vitamins and all that stuff. So that's where I found mine. I think GNC might have it on their site, if I'm not mistaken. So most health food stores will have it, or GNC or Amazon. All right, so there we go. We've got 2 melted cheeses. I've got the dry yeast in there. Now I'm putting the egg, and we're going to mix this all well. So we want it all combined. So you got to work with it a little bit. It gets a little stringy. Hey Nancy, how are you doing? Hey Marjorie, how are you doing? So we're going to stir this up real good, and it's going to make like this, I don't know, it looks like a paste, but you just want to keep stirring this egg and cheese mixture. And then for your pizza toppings, you can do whatever you like. I'm doing what I have in my refrigerator. So I had some Italian sausages I cooked up on the grill. So I'm using 8 ounces of Italian sausages sliced up. And I'm using a pound of bacon, and I'm using some bell peppers chopped up. So that's going to be what's on my pizza topping tonight. So if I had pepperonis, I would use pepperonis. If I had mushrooms, I would use mushrooms, but I don't have either one of those. So I'm doing what I can with what I work with. Hey, Jamika, how are you doing? Hey, Jessie, nice to see you on here. Making some quick and easy pizza dough tonight, you guys. So a few ingredients for the cheese mixture: 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese, 1 ounce of cream cheese. You melt that in the microwave, and then you are going to pour in 1 teaspoon of instant dry yeast, but you need to activate that with warm water for 10 minutes before you stir that in. So 2 cheeses, the dry yeast, and one egg slightly beaten. Whoa, almost dropping it. And then you're gonna get this like dough looking stuff right here. And then we're gonna combine it right into our dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients again are 1 cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of psyllium husk powder. And then once you get the liquid ingredients mixed up together, then you combine them and you make a dough. So you're just gonna stir it up like this, just combine it all. This is a sticky dough, so you're going to need some oil on hand to get your hands oily once you get your hands in there, because it's very, very sticky dough. So just keep in mind, you didn't ruin the dough if it comes out too sticky, because it's just the way the dough is. Almond flour is sticky like that. So it stirs pretty nice with a spoon. You can get almost all of it with a spoon, and it mixes up. And what you're gonna do is once we get it all combined, and then I'm gonna get my hands oily. There we go. So it looks pretty combined right there. So once it gets all combined, I'm going to take some olive oil like this. I like to take the spoon and try to scoop it into as close of a ball as I can. That way it's already almost done for me. There we go. Put that in there like that. Let me set my spoon down. Just going to oil up my hands a little bit. Before I get my hands, again, make sure you have some olive oil or some type of oil, and then you'll get your hands in there and get that dough ball out. And that way you're going to knead the ball just a couple, not too long. Just bring it together to make your dough ball. It's a very soft dough, so don't think it's going to be all nice and hard, but you just want to knead it until you get that nice dough ball just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll it in between 2 pieces of parchment paper. And you're going to roll it out. I rolled it out into like a cookie sheet. So if you wanted to roll it into a circle, you could do that. If you wanted to use like pieces to make like little pizzas, you can do that. Again, you can freeze this dough after it's cooked for up to 3 months. So there's your dough ball right there. So what I do is get 2 pieces of parchment paper, and then I would mash it out a little bit, and then I would roll it out. And then once you roll it out, you're going to transfer the parchment paper and the dough right onto the cookie sheet, and you're going to bake it at 425 for 8 minutes. So I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to make that afterwards. So I've got 2. So I'll make that afterwards, and I'll cut it in half. So I've already got one done. So this is what it looks like after it comes out of the oven. This is nice and cooled. That's what the bottom is going to look like right there. And this is what you're going to be able to freeze after you bake it for 8 minutes at 425. And you'll have to stick it before you put it in the oven with a fork. So, but mine's already done. So once it bakes after 8 minutes, then you can dress it with your favorite pizza toppings. So again, I'm using what I have. I had Italian sausage, and I grilled them, and I sliced the Italian sausage. There's 8 ounces of sausage there. And then I cooked up 1 pound of bacon, and I did it at a low heat so I can have meaty bacon instead of crispy. And then I've got about a cup of chopped bell peppers that I had left over in the refrigerator. And that's what I've got. I'm going to use Rayo's tonight, pizza sauce. So I'm going to start off with, oh, there we go. So I'm going to start off with a 1/4 cup on each side. So just to see where we can get, because 1 serving size is a 1/4 cup on this. So there are about 2 carbs for a 1/4 cup. So I'm only going to put a 1/4 cup on each side, and then I'm going to spread it out to see where I'm at. That way, if I can save myself on carbs, on sauce, you know, I would like to do that. So just see what we get as far as that. I might add just a little bit more sauce. Again, you don't need a lot of sauce. You don't have to go right to the edges because you can have that little crust. So you can, for this pizza crust. So there we go. I'm just going to add just a little bit, couple more tablespoons there, and that will be perfect. So again, you can put as much sauce on it as you want. It's your pizza. You know, if you're tracking, you know, and you want to know everything that's going in here, then you would measure everything completely. Hey, Christine, how are you doing? Hey, Katie. Hi, Mom. If you're on here, I don't know if my mom's on here. I always forget to say hello to my mama. But there we go. So pizza, you guys, super duper easy. If you're missing pizza, I've got some mozzarella cheese, so I'm just going to sprinkle some mozzarella cheese. And again, measure out your cheese if you need to. Usually about a handful is about a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to just put, I'm just going to put a little bit, maybe a 1.5 cups on there. Maybe a 1.5 cups. And again, put as much cheese on there as you want. If you want to measure it out, it's your pizza. So if you want to make sure you know what you're getting, then you measure everything out. So there we go. That's about a 1.5 cups. And then I've got my sliced sausages right here. Hey, Tina, how are you doing? Yes, super duper easy. So super duper easy recipe. I will get the pizza dough recipe. It's super duper easy. All you need is some mozzarella cheese and some cream cheese, an egg, and some dry yeast, and almond flour, baking powder, and psyllium husk. I added oregano and garlic salt to my dough, so you can totally flavor up your dough if you want to. We're not going to put these on like pepperonis. We're just going to spread them out. So you guys, this is depending on how many pieces that you get. So I could probably get 1, 3, 6, 9. I could probably get a good 12 slices out of here. So you're going to look at probably around 2 carbs per slice. So really, really low. Really, really low. So there we go. We got some sausage. I got some bacon. So 8 ounces of sausage cut up, you guys. I did weigh the sausages before I cut them up, so I know exactly how many ounces. When I log this pizza, I'm going to log 8 ounces of Italian sausage. And then bacon, I've got 1 pound of bacon that I am going to log. And again, if you don't want to use a whole pound of bacon, that's completely up to you. This is what I'm putting on mine. I haven't eaten all day long, so this is what I'm having, a big fat meal. And then I'm just going to take my peppers, and I probably won't even use all of these peppers. So there's about a cup in here of these peppers, but you really don't need that much because there's a lot of, and that's what it's That's what it looks like right there. And that's going into the oven, and I'm going to have it baked probably for about 15 minutes. But you know when it's done, just look at it, make sure it doesn't burn. And then I'm going to stick it in at 425, just like that. Super duper easy. Okay, and then there we go. Let's come back to, real quick, I'm going to come back to the dough so you can see it being, as soon as I get 2 pieces of parchment paper, because I'll come to that other dough and I'll have it ready when that comes out, and then I will bake that pizza dough and then I'll put it in the freezer. So I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to put it in the freezer. So again, be careful with this dough ball because it is, there we go, that's the dough. Just be careful because it is sticky. Don't be alarmed if it's sticky. Hey Crystal, how are you doing? Hey Joanne. Yes, I'll definitely get you the recipe. So super duper easy. I like to mash it out with my hands a little bit just to start it off. And then grab the rolling pin. Whoop. And then I like to overhang it and hold that parchment paper and then just roll it out until it's about the size of your cookie sheet, or if you have a pizza circle. So you can roll it out into whatever shape that you want. I go for just a flat pizza on the cookie sheet, so I don't have a pizza stone or anything like that. And then you just want to get it fairly thin. You don't want it too thin. You don't want it too thick. So just be a good judge of it to a good size of the pizza. Just kind of eyeball your cookie sheet. And there we go. Just like that. You don't want to get it too long. And that is all you're going to do after that pizza dough is formed. Just like that. Boom. And then you'll peel that top paper off and get out your cookie sheets. Just like that. I'm going to put that pizza that's going onto the cookie sheet, and that is going to bake at 425 for 8 minutes, and then you'll dress your pizza up after that. So, and that's what's for dinner tonight, pizza, you guys. So I'll post that recipe in the comments. I hope you guys are having a great night. Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hey, Carrie, nice to see you. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Hey, Joanne. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Brenda. Okay, I'm not going to get to everybody, but that's what I got for you tonight. I'll take a picture. I will take a picture of the pizza when it comes out of the oven. Yes, the 3-day, yep, Rachel, sure will. I'll tell you about the egg fast. I will definitely tell you about the egg fast. But I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday night. I'll take a picture of the pizza when it comes out of the oven. And then I'll get the recipe posted. I got to get the recipe from last night posted too. The chicken jambalaya, that was good. Good, good, good. All right. Hey, Melanie, you're welcome. Nice to see you on here. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Have a great night. Bye, guys.